Hey YouTube, today I want to take a look at one of my favorite mechanics tools. It's a power tool, and I haven't really found a whole lot of stuff about this on the internet. This is a Ridgid R866011. It is a 3/8" drive power ratchet, and this has become one of my favorite tools. So I just want to talk a little bit about this tool, just show you how it works and tell you what I think about it. So let's get to it. So this thing here utilizes the Ridgid 18-volt battery system, which means you could use just about every 18-volt battery that comes from Ridgid, right? So this is one of the low power ones that I have. It's nice and light, so if you're doing light duty work, this thing's really light. It fits well in the hand, and you could use your standard 3/8" mechanics sockets with this thing. It spins up to 250 RPM, and it could do up to 55 foot-pounds of torque. For light duty, that is plenty. What I really enjoy using this thing for is when I have a bolt that I need to run up, and I just don't want to keep using a manual ratchet and going over and over and over. And I'll show you what I mean, okay? Here's a couple cool things about this, and maybe you might know this already. The lighter you pull the trigger, the less torque and the slower it spins. The faster you pull, the harder you pull the trigger, the faster it spins and the more torque on this. So you could use this from everything from I use this to tighten down a valve cover, which requires inch-pounds worth of torque, right? Not even foot-pound, inch-pounds worth of torque. And I could just start running up the bolts lightly. I've used this to tighten shock tower bolts, right? Before I actually torque them down manually, I run them up pretty quickly. Let me show you how quickly this could run a bolt or nut up a very long bolt, okay? This here is a 5" 9/16 bolt. If I had to tighten this up manually using a hand ratchet, you could just imagine how many turns I would have to make with a manual ratchet. If I'm using this power ratchet, and I'm not going to tighten it down on anything, I'm just going to show you how quickly it runs something down, okay? This is really interesting. I could run this whole 5" bolt up in a matter of seconds. That was less than a minute to run it up. Now to back it out, just like a regular manual ratchet, just flip the ratchet thing on the back. I guess that is to tighten or loosen, and pull the trigger again. If you work in a mechanic shop and you're going to be using this all day long, something like this, I think this is, I don't know what the rating is on this one. I don't know what the rating on this battery is, but you could tell this will run out relatively quickly. You could use this, one like this is a 4Ah max lithium battery. Still not very heavy in the hand, very comfortable to hold and maneuver, and this could run for quite some time while you're charging your other batteries. If you like me and you like the Ridgid tools, the fact that you could interchange these batteries with every single Ridgid 18-volt tool is something else. That means you never run out of juice, because if you're like me, you have a whole ton of batteries laying around, charged, ready to go. These batteries retain their charge for quite some time. so I don't really charge them up all that often until I actually use them. I actually did some work today on our old Jeep using this tool and this battery, so I'm going to charge this up on a charger. This doesn't take very long to charge, and this will be ready to rock again. I have more batteries, so if I need to do more stuff, all I gotta do is just plug it up and have at it. This thing is also brushless, which means there's little to no maintenance on it. To go between forward and reverse, you just flick the switch on the back. So that would be forward, and if you flick it the other way, that would be reverse. You could lock it out using this little switch here, and at that point you can't use it, and that's a little safety feature just in case. It does have an LED work light, so it eliminates the work area for you. So if you like working on your vehicle on the underside or something where it's pretty dark and you can't drag a lamp, it has the work LED, the LED as a work lamp. This is one of my favorite tools. I use it almost all the time when I'm working on our old Jeep, and I am really happy, really satisfied with this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe please, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.